So let me ask you this. Have any of you, are you guys familiar with the concept of repurposing? Have you heard that before, the repurposing? I'm going to say, okay, so most home inspectors haven't heard of it. Okay, so let's say, and let's just use a social media post that you put in there. One that today you looked at, you got some likes, some shares, and said, so it's a fairly successful post. Do you think you could ever use that again?
Yep. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you've repurposed that content. Now, maybe one to do is brush it up. But what happens is you have a article that really on your blog post is it's resonating with the consumers, or you can go to Google Analytics and you can see which posts are getting views, how much time is on the page, all where the traffic is coming from, everything you want to know from Google Analytics. Okay, so if you see that your content is resonating with readers, then why couldn't you brush that up? You know what we do? We add a new video to that existing content, and then we repurpose it again. Or we change photographs, or we do whatever, and we repurpose it on one of our other blogs. Okay, so repurposing content allows you to produce great content once and use it over and over. Okay, you don't have to create new content each week. And so, Joe, you get 12 posts up in 12 months. Guess what happens? 6 of those you could repurpose for the next year. Okay, so I mean, because bank on the person that saw your radon post in December or January ain't gonna be the same one seeing it this December or January, are they?
Can I repurpose all my holiday ones on Facebook?
There you go. There you go. Chances are nobody's gonna remember from last year, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you start re-gifting, that's a whole different story. You get a gift you don't like at Christmas and you give it to somebody else next Christmas. We're not really talking about re-gifting, we're talking about repurposing. So repurposing of content is really, really good. So if we have a video that's really performing well on YouTube, we'll take that video and stick it in the middle of a blog post. Okay, so because we know it performed well on YouTube, why wouldn't it perform well inside that blog post about the same topic? Okay, so repurposing content allows you to achieve your content marketing goals without having to produce boatloads of new content each month. And you should say, when you produce the content, you should have a column on your Google Doc that says, put an R in there for repurpose. It performed well, you're going to repurpose it. So it works into your content calendar. Okay, if it's a post you're not going to repurpose, then just either put an X or an N that you're not going to repurpose it. Okay, but good content can be used over and over.
Well, and one tool to kind of help with this, I don't know if you guys use Canva much or not, or heard of it, but it's a really powerful software, I guess you call it, right?
It's a software, sure.
Yeah, and we use it, and there's a way that you can actually schedule in different posts. You can link it to your social media, and so really, one of the things that a lot of inspectors really have a hard time with is time blocking and dedicating a chunk of time to certain projects, right? And so that's where if you can just, block out a couple hours a week to some of the marketing tasks and maybe say 1 hour is dedicated just to content marketing. You can take an hour a week to shoot some content, another hour that week, maybe the next month or week, to, schedule out some of your posts, create your posts, and then you actually schedule out in ahead of time so that you're not having to do it every day, or it just being able to schedule it makes it a lot easier.
I know that everybody that has a schedule, it works way better.
No.
You just can't not do it without a schedule for repurposing. Let's talk about one other thing. I will tell you, I'm going to go back to positioning for just a second. I'll go to an event, whether I'm the speaker at our own events or I'm speaking at someone else's event, and invariably somebody will come up and introduce themselves and they'll say to me this over and over. I've heard this hundreds of times. I feel like I know you personally. And I said, well, that's awesome. Help me understand how you got that feeling. And they said, I watched every video you have on the internet. Okay. So what did I do? I'm trying to position myself as a thought leader in the industry, as an expert to help home inspectors achieve their dreams in the home inspection business. And when people watch my videos, they feel that way. Okay, so the fact of the matter is, why can't you do that? Now, I don't always get in front of the camera. I certainly do get in front of the camera, even though I have a face for radio. I still get in front of the camera. But you can do it from behind the camera just as easy. Okay, so we used to do Home Inspector marketing minutes, and I'd be in front of the camera, and we'd be a green screen, and we have all kind of things. Today, you don't even have to do that. It's super easy. You can take a Zoom platform or whatever you want to use to do it. But Canva, if you're not familiar with it, it's super easy. I mean, our team uses it every day. We have a pro version because we use it every day for things. You can create original graphics and funny memes and all the kind of things that you want to produce on Canva. And I think they have a free version that you can get in there and use. So that's a
I've,
great tip, Brandon. Canva is a great tip.
I've gotten on there, Ken and Brandon, and I struggle with navigating and figuring out maybe I need to watch some tutorials on YouTube or something
On Canva.
regarding how to Canva,
Out of Canva. There you go.
how to Canva. Yeah.
They got a lot of great videos about it. And once you get used to it, Joe, the program is really super easy and intuitive. And once you get started with it, man, you're going to be addicted to it. It's like, okay, I can make that. I can do this. I can do that. Now
Yeah,
we
I'd
have a
love to make postcards or this or that or whatever, things to post up on the Facebook page or print. It's just a matter of the how to. So I
Yeah,
probably
one thing that we use it for really steady, and it does help. We have actually an in-house full-time marketing person. So she helps with the content, she makes the designs, so I don't really use Canva myself personally. But one of the things that we do is we create a graphic in Canva, and we actually text it out to our agents individually. But we also post it to our social media, we upload it to our website. It goes in our client newsletters every other week, so twice a week that goes out, and agent newsletter for that too. But that's just another example of using that's just another version of content. We're making an offer every month, something different, and it's just another cool thing to do. But that's just a little template in Canva. We just plug in a little picture or something. Like, for example, we'll probably do for October, we do infrared scans or infrared inspections. We'll find a little picture of what one of the guys took of some water intrusion or something, and throw that in as the little backdrop on the offer. It'll be something kind of silly, Halloween related, looking for ghosts or something with the infrared camera and whatnot. And that's just another post for us.
Yeah, it's so simple and so easy to do. And when you do a blog post, if you do on your blog, which is attached to it should be attached to your website. If you do a blog post with no graphics, people don't read it. People enjoy the graphics. So Canva is a way to produce quick graphics that fit the discussion that you're talking about. And Dill and our team, we have a whole creatives department that's all they do is these kind of things. So, and I'll show you some examples in a minute. We'll show you a couple examples of how we use content marketing. It's in safe. I'll show you. Dill is going to pull up some examples of our websites in just a minute that you guys can go to and learn all about a variety of different things. But you'll see how we use content marketing. But Canva we use every day. It's just a very valuable tool. So I would learn, Joe, if you're still doing a one-man shop and you're kind of doing it all, just take a quick tutorial or two, and then you'll have it. But repurposing your content, I'm back to that for a minute, because if we had to produce brand new content, when you see the content demands that we have, if we had to produce brand new content on every site we did and every blog post that we did, we would just be nothing but a content machine. So repurposing is a way to do it.